Hey everybody, it's Tommy here. Just wanted to make a quick video on how I do my European mounts. I'll show you real quick my mounts in my garage here. These two right here, European mounts, is the ones I did. The one over here is I paid somebody to do, and you could, I don't know if you could see it from this picture, but you could tell that that one there is yellow compared to these two. I have a certain way of doing European mounts, and I'm sure everybody have seen other videos on how to do them the same way. But a guy at work, we got talking about European mounts and stuff, and I told him I could do them pretty good, and I showed him some pictures. He asked me to do his 11 point for him. So here's his 11 point right here. He said he had set it outside to let the bugs get at it. This is from a buck he got in 2011, so you can see on there, there's some stuff that we need to boil off. And if you look at the antlers, they're a little bleached. That's a really nice buck, actually. It's got some mass to it. I mean, I can't even set it down flat. It just wants to tip over like this. So I have to set it like that. But this is the before, basically. First thing I think I'm going to do is wash these antlers with soap and water and put some stain on there, and then I'm going to boil the skull, clean it up, and we'll bleach it, and it should be done by Monday. Let's get to washing the antlers and then throw some stain on there, and we'll see how it turns out. Can't wait to do this. I'm excited. Soap here. Clean them up a little bit. Yeah, look at that side. That's really bleached. I don't know if you can see that very well. That is really white. Let's see if we can change that. Let's rinse them off. All right, I figure I'm gonna stain these antlers first and then boil the skull. So I washed the antlers, soap and water, as you saw, and we're gonna put a light coat of the stain right here. I researched a little bit on YouTube, and seems to be the popular color for doing this type of stuff. So we're gonna start at the top, just so I'm a messy painter. Let it soak in a little bit and then wipe off any excess. Cover them up as best as we can. Got a piece of paper towel here. Wipe off the excess. I'm already liking the way it looks. Just look at that compared to the other side. Yeah, look at that. That side definitely turned out a lot better. That's what it originally looked like. That's where the tag was. All right, guys, this is what we got so far. Look at how those antlers look now. Oh yeah. That's gonna look nice when it's done. I'll do a before and after picture here. Pop it up on the screen and then boiling yet. It's gonna take a while. But what I do is I use this little piece of trim wood to set the antlers on that, just like that. That way, the head is sitting in the right position. Otherwise, if I take the board out, back part of the skull comes up out of the water, so we don't want that. We want this whole thing submerged. You can see that the whole thing is submerged in there. Without the board, you'll see it'll tip back, and then the back of the skull right here, see, it's coming out of the water. So you just need a board to kind of level, get it to stay level, just like that. So we're gonna let that boil a little while. I haven't added any soap to it just yet. I will here in a minute once this gets warmed up. Quick tip is you don't want to add your soap before you fill the water. You want to add it after it starts heating up because you don't want it to agitate. You want it to boil to agitate it. All we're going to do is put some dish soap in here and we'll let that. Don't know if I'm going to need to power wash it, but I will get the power washer out and get it ready in case I do need it. There we go. Just got to wait till this sucker boils. Just use some of this dish soap here. It's Ajax. Nothing else. Just water and dish soap. Add about a tablespoon just to help degrease and get the gunk off the skull there. This is going to work just fine. Probably going to have to get the power washer. I noticed too, like if you add your soap before you fill your water, you get too much foam and it can foam up and foam over your pot. You don't want that. So we're going to get the power washer set up and get to work. Power washing all done. Now we're going to put electrical tape around the base here because once I start the bleaching process, you don't want to get these these bottom parts bleached, so we're going to protect them with the electrical tape. So let's tape them up and then I'll show you what I use for the bleach. This is what I use for my bleaching agent. A lot of people call this Salon 40. This says volume 40, 40 volume, whatever. It's like a hydrogen peroxide bleach mix, like a cream. And I've got this powder, flash lift, so like another bleaching powder. So we're going to mix these two. A little container I got here. It's just an old vinegar bottle I cut in half. And so you'll need that stuff, some rubber gloves, a stick to stir it, of course, and a paintbrush. First I'll do the liquid. Pour in probably, I'd say half a cup. I don't really measure this stuff. I'm expecting this skull to take quite a bit of this stuff because it looks like there's some rotting up here by the nose. So, all right, now we add a couple scoops of this powder. We will mix that up. Put a lot by the nose here. It's okay if we get a little bit on the pedicles of the antlers, because we can always go back and put some more wood stain in there. You kind of want to work your brush in between all these cracks, up in the nose, the eye sockets. Just get a good covering on there. Well, we got our first coat on. Now what I do is I take a plastic baggie and I'll just set this in here. And we'll let this sit overnight, just like that, in the plastic bag. And there you go. See what it looks like tomorrow. All right, guys, it's time to unveil the skull. Just kidding. All right, what we got going on now today, I've had the skull in the bleaching solution that I had painted on there, that I showed you how I did that. It's been in here almost 24 hours. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it outside, rinse it off, and see what we got. It's looking good so far, but it does have a little black behind the antlers right there and on this side. So I think we're just gonna give it another treatment tonight. Let it sit for another 12 hours or so. And then, but other than that, looks pretty good. One thing too with this stuff, I noticed that even after rinsing it off, it will brighten up on its own. But I still want to do another treatment. Yeah, I do not like that, and I don't like this spot by the eye here. That's looking real cool. It must be perfect. It must be perfect. We'll get it perfect. All right, guys, the moment you all been waiting for, it's finally done. And it took a little bit, but I got those black marks out. Not completely out. I had to put a little bit of paint in there. This thing looks beautiful. Yeah, this project was very challenging, but to say the least, I'm really happy with the results. Being a 13-year-old skull, that's where the challenge came in. That thing looks so awesome. Just something about a European mount that just gets me right here. No, something about a European mount, dude. I just love them. I think they're so cool, especially a big one like this. This is a nice buck. I definitely would have shot it. But there you go. That is my tutorial on how you do a European mount on an old buck. But you could do this on a new buck or a fresh buck or whatever, you know. It's a lot easier when you have one that's not that old, but you get the idea. I'll put links in the description of the bleaching agents that I used. It's not the exact same, but it's similar. It's not the same brand. It's the same stuff. It's just a different brand. I thought you had to get it through a licensed beautician person, but you really don't. You just go on Amazon and you can find it. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for all you guys' support. If you'd like to see another video, it's right over here. Give it a like, and if you'd like to subscribe, right over here. See ya.